Hello, and I hope you're doing well. On this video we're going to take a look at this Garmin Venu 3. It is a health and fitness GPS smartwatch, and this is in a Slate stainless steel vessel with a black case and a silicone band, and this is the 45mm size, and you could also get it in a smaller size. And the reason why I got this one is because the first Garmin watch I ever had was the Fenix, which is a little bit bigger than this one, but the Venu 3 just got released. And the Garmin Fenix, I got it because I did the Camino de Compostela, or the St. James Way pilgrimage, and I started in France. So if you are familiar with that walk, it takes about 30 days. And to keep track, I needed a watch that had a good battery and a good GPS signal, and the Fenix provided that. And I gave the watch away, so now that the Venu got released, I got the Venu 3. It comes with a cable with the USB-C on one side, and the other side charges the watch. It also comes with this. It gives you some instructions on how to charge it, how to connect it to your app, and if you want to take a look at the manual, is right here on the QR code. And if you want to get the most benefit out of your watch, download the Garmin application. Here is additional information. So the first thing I'm going to do now is charge the watch like it says right here, and then we'll come back. And to charge your watch, you have to grab your cable and plug it in the back so you can plug the USB-C in. And here I am in the Garmin website, and I'm here because I want to show you that you have different things. You can download the Garmin Connect app, and you can download either for your iPhone or your Android phone. And then you have Garmin Express, and this you can download to your computer, either Windows or Mac. And let's go here. And here you can download the app. You can download the application from the App Store or Google Play. And here are some screenshots. Once you download, then you can go ahead and create an account or sign in. You can select from one of these devices. And if you don't have any of these, you can also browse from any of these. We have a Venu, and you can choose which one, and it'll start searching for the watch. And right now the watch is off. I just want to see what it does, and it's gonna try to look for it. Once it doesn't find it, then it gives you this open troubleshooting. So let's open that, and now it gives you the tips of what you need to do to make sure that you can pair it with your phone. So I like the application very much, because if one thing doesn't work, then go ahead and perhaps make sure that your Bluetooth is in pairing mode. Turn your Android's phone Bluetooth off and then turn it back on. Restart your Venu 3. Right now it's not even on. You could also quit and restart. You can restart your Android phone, and it also gives you a link here and tells you how to do it. It sends you where it gives you more information on how to do that. You restart your Venu 3, and it sends you here, how do I restart the device? So there's a lot of information that the application and Garmin's website has. I also saw a lot of videos from Garmin to show you how to do any of this stuff. It's easy to pair your watch to your phone. You can skip it for now if you want. Once you open the application, it gives you a lot of information. This is when I ran one of the marathons, and this is in Chicago, and it gives you the distance, the time, pace. It gives you more stats here. Pace, elevation, cadence, temperature. You can choose the information that you want to see, and as you get closer, there are different colors down here that gives you more information about your race day. So it's pretty cool. And if you want to go ahead and see all this information on your computer, it gives you more detailed information. So let's go ahead and turn on the watch. And it has different languages, which is pretty cool. And either you can touch the screen or you can press one of the buttons. So we'll leave it at English. It does ask you if you want to pair it with your phone. And here you have to scan it with your camera. And here on my phone, it does tell me that it's found at Venu 3. So let's connect. And it gives you different options. You can find a lot of information on the Garmin website as well as on the application. And here it does tell me that it's paired. And you can tell it when you go to sleep, when you wake up. You can customize it. You can choose the hand you're gonna wear the watch on. So let's leave it at left. If you are a wheelchair user, you could also turn this on or off. So that's pretty cool that it gives you that option. Now it's syncing your phone with your watch. Let's sync. And now it's done. Next. Swipe up or down to scroll through glances. So it gives you tips on how the watch works. So now it's all set. If you do want to add Wi-Fi, you can do that now or you can do it later. And now it's asking me if I want to learn the basics of the watch. So let's hit OK. So even here, it shows you touch the screen, swipe up, down, and what the buttons are for. It has 3 buttons, one on the very top, the middle, and then the bottom. There's no buttons on the left side. You can become very familiar with the watch with the tips here. You could also customize your watch, and let's just hit exit for now. There are no steps right now because I haven't used it so far. I've set up these here at the bottom. I've completed the initial setup. I connected my watch to the Wi-Fi network in my house. I also visited the Connect IQ and set up my music with Spotify. And you also have different options up here. I like this one. The one on top is safety features. Let's go here and you can set up your device. You can put your information here. Once you've put your information, you can go ahead and add your emergency contacts. And you could either create one or choose from your contacts. And I like this feature because it detects if there's an accident that's happened to you, so it'll call the emergency contacts for you. And of course, you need to have your phone nearby because it is connected to your phone. And Garmin Pay. So if you want to pay with your watch, you can go ahead and do that. You can add a credit card. Voice assistant, you can add that as well. It shows you how to use the voice assistant, so it's pretty cool. So you have all the information here just in case you have any questions. So let's go back. You can train with your watch. So here are some workouts. 5K, you have the 10K and coached for a marathon. Create workouts. So either you want to find a workout that you want to do, which is pretty cool, I like this, or create one. Jetlag advisor, so if you're adding a trip here, it tells you what to do to get better after a long flight. Now I know it has a check mark on all of them, but you could always go back and add the information that you need. And here's more information about your heart rate, your stress levels. I started using this watch a couple of days ago, so far there's not a lot of information. Here's my resting heart rate, high heart rate, steps so far today. So we're gonna take it on a couple of workouts and come back. So I've had the watch for about a week and a half, and I've only charged it once. And that one time that I charged it, the battery was at 24%. And if you want to change the face of the watch, all you have to do is press and hold this button. You could always go ahead and come in here and change it for one of these. And you could also go to the store to get another type of face that you might like. So let's just pick that for now. Now if you press and hold this button again, you could also go to clocks. You can set up the alarm, stopwatch, timer, time. And the time you can set up the format, the source, the sync. You could also go to settings from here. If you want to change the shortcuts, you can do that. Right now, if you press and hold this middle button, you'll get the voice assistant, but you can change that as well. You can change it to one of these. So if I press and hold this one, it connects to the voice assistant. And if you press that middle button, you get the recent apps. So let's go back. You also can access any of these items from the watch. You have different watch sensors here. Accessories, music, auto prompts, either user profile, activity tracking. And the one thing that I did not notice that I had on is the tracking was on when I was doing yoga, and if you want to turn that off, you can do that, so that way it doesn't interrupt you while doing that activity. You could also come back and turn it on. So that's on the bottom button. You can access the settings and the way it looks. On the middle button, you can go ahead and access your recent activity. So right now you have the voice assistant, alarm, intensity, the weather, steps, notifications, and you could also change this button to something else like we saw earlier. And on the top button on this side, I like this button because that's where you're gonna use it the most for your activities. If you're going out for a walk, run, treadmill, bike, pull, swim, strength, cardio, yoga, meditation, and also you can edit this so you can have what you use the most. So if perhaps you want to add one of these, you can do that. And you have a lot of choices to choose from. So if you want to rearrange any of these, you can do that. So let's put yoga up here. And if you want to add more, you can perhaps want to add any of these. And then you can go back. Now you have a different order of your activities. So let's say you're going for a run outside. The first thing that it will do is we'll look for the GPS signal. You have to wait until it has a GPS signal. Once it does have it, then it'll tell you it's ready to go. Right now it's having a hard time because I'm inside. And once it does reach the GPS, then it'll vibrate to let you know that it's ready. On the other side is trying to get your heart rate. That's what this little heart is for. You don't need to look at your watch. All you have to do is wait for the watch to get the GPS signal. It'll vibrate, and then you press this button so you can go ahead and start running. This is in real time. We're gonna start our run. And now that we press this button, now we can run. Now here you also have different options. You can do workouts, intervals, training calendar, settings, live track. Now I like live track because you can go ahead and set this up. You're gonna go ahead and go into your application and set it up. So if you are doing a race, or perhaps you just want to let somebody know where you are, it sends some information about where you are, whatever your activity you're doing. Also, if you're doing a race, it's pretty cool because if, let's say, you're doing a marathon and your friends and family want to see you in different spots, they can see where you are, so they can see you in a couple of different places. I know in the Chicago Marathon, you can reach a person in different spots throughout the race, so that's very helpful. And here you have different types of workouts, so that's something to consider. Of course, if you are running inside, it's not going to search for the GPS, so right away it's ready. And it vibrated and it made that sound. Once you're ready, you go ahead and press this button. And it'll keep track of your distance, pace, heartbeat, and it gives you a timer too. If you want. 14 seconds. And it gives you feedback, so lap 2, 7 seconds. Now if you want to finish your race, you could either finish it, perhaps you want to continue. So let's go ahead and discard this run. So if you want to go back, now you also have different apps on the right side. You have a wallet. If you want to pay with your watch, you can do so. If you want to use your phone, you could also do that as well. So I don't have any phone calls right now. But if you want to use the keypad to make a phone call, you can do so. And of course, you have to have your phone around because the watch does not have its own SIM card or connection. It is connected to your phone, so just keep that in mind. You also have music. Once you select the type of music you want to hear, you can play music here. Flashlight is just that. You can make it brighter You can make it very dim, and if it's very dark, this is very helpful without having this bright light on. And it doesn't look as bright because I have another light in front of it, but it is very helpful. You have alarms, timer, stopwatch. If you are not familiar with the Garmin watches, you could always go in here, and it does give you both the watch tips and the manual. So you have the basics, essentials, how to customize your phone, and pro tips. And back to the activity throughout the day. In each one of these, it gives you a detailed information about the status. I have 589 steps. You also have heart rate, body, battery, and it gives you information of throughout the day. Sleep score, how much you slept and how you slept, it gives you a score. It also gives you information about how many hours you should be sleeping, notifications, the weather, the recovery. It gives you an estimate on how much you should be recovering until your next workout. Of course, this is just a suggestion. So now I'm gonna go ahead and work out to see what the difference is between now and then. You can see the battery life, it's 69, and the steps. So now that I've worked out and ran a little bit, it gives you more information of the activity throughout the day. So now I have 8,000 steps, which is over my goal of 4,750 steps. And once you reach your goal, whichever goal you have, it celebrates that you've reached that goal. So here it gives you more information about when I walked. So early in the morning, I didn't walk much. But then around this time, that's when I started running. And by now, I reached that goal. And here it gives you the results on when I reached my goal. So a couple of days that I didn't reach that goal, and the other days I have. Distance in miles, you have them here. I have more miles on these 2 days. And then you can go back. The intensity, it gives you the intensity too, and the days that you worked out more. The heart rate, the resting heart rate is 70, and it went up to 155. 7-day average, it gives you that. The body battery, it gives you information about your body's battery. And here it gives you more information about when I was active throughout the day and when I'm not active. And the factors for the battery is this. I went for a swim earlier, did some strength training, went out for a run, and I slept with a plus 50. Sleep score, depending on how well you slept. On yesterday I slept really good because I worked out a lot, so I needed to rest my body. And it gives you the different stages of sleep, which is pretty cool. The deep, light, REM, and awake. 7-day average, it's a 61 score. Sleep coach is letting me know that I should sleep around 7 hours and 10 minutes. I don't take naps, so there's no nap information here, but if I were to take naps, it would probably change my sleeping recommendation. Perhaps my body battery would probably be better. There are no events today. There are a few notifications here, texts, Garmin, and probably emails or something like that. There's the weather again, the recovery. Now it's 49 hours. So it's letting me know that I should take it easy on my effort. And this is again a recommendation. Other cool features is if you long press this button up here, you have the not disturb, sleep mode, lock screen, volume, brightness, find my phone, phone connection, power off, and you can edit the order of these as well. So if you want to go ahead and take a nap, set a nap timer. So let's say, okay, let's do 15 minutes and hit OK. And how do you want the watch to wake me up? Using tone, vibration, or both. So let's do both. And now it's set the timer for a quick nap. And let's say I wake up earlier than 15 minutes. You can just go ahead and end the nap. And if you are in a meeting, you can go ahead and do not disturb and it's off. Do not disturb and it's on. You can lock the screen. You can set the volume higher or lower, the system or the voice. So you can go ahead and mute everything. Or you can set the volume lower. The brightness, right now it's bright. You can go ahead and dim it down or put it as bright as you want. Or you can set it to auto. And you could always go back. Find my phone, which is pretty cool. My phone is over there somewhere, so you can hear it. And not only is it making a sound, it's also flashing. And you can go ahead and switch these around if you want. Right now, if I go up, this is what it gives me, this information. If I go this way, it shows me how bright the watch is. If I go down, it does the same thing. But I can always go ahead and switch this around. So let's say settings, shortcuts. Right swipe, let's change that to last run. Okay, so now let's go back. Now let's swipe right. And it gives me the last run. Today we did 2 miles, yesterday 2 more miles. There's not a lot of miles this week because today is Tuesday. So that's what, let's say today. And it loads the information. The distance, the pace, time. And it gives you more information with the elevation, heart rate. It even gives you information about the workout. And because of the run, it's a -6 on the body battery. And again, here is more information about today's run. Calories burned, steps, heart rate. So you get the idea. You have a lot of information. So now I changed the middle button. So if I light tap on this one, it gives me the last activity. And today the pool was open, so I swam 400 meters and it took 24 minutes. Here's the pace. If you want more information, tap on it. Here's more information, the strokes, the length, total strokes, heart rate zones, calories burnt, And it also gives you more information about the type of activity and what it does for you. Here is more detailed information. So overall, the watch is fantastic. I really like it. The only one thing that I would like is for it to be bigger. It looks kind of big because it's closer to the camera. I like the size of the Fenix, but I really like the Venu 3. It does a great job with the GPS, with the battery life, all the information that it gives you, including all the notifications from the phone. So I get texts, I get the WhatsApp, anything that I want. And I could also customize it where if I don't want to see certain things, I don't have to. The weather information is really good because if you're ready to get out there and do an activity, it gives you detailed information about humidity and what to expect in different hours. It gives you information about the different days as well. Air quality, that's a plus. So this is a really great companion to have. And because of the silicone band, it's ready to go out for a swim, indoor or outdoor. And I like the construction of the watch. Another thing that I really like is the Garmin Coach. So if you are training for a 5K, 10K, half marathon, there are training plans with expert coaches. So that's a plus, just in case you're getting a watch like this for that reason. So you can download the training plan and follow it. So let's say you don't have time to go to the gym or to the studio. Let's say you want to do yoga, and you can go ahead and start there, or perhaps you can go to workouts. And let's say you're new to yoga, then you can start with these. And let's say I'm not sure about cow pose. Let's click on it. And that's what cow pose looks like. And cat pose. So that's a pretty cool thing to have, a nice coach. Yoga for runners, that's pretty cool. So if you want to know what the pose looks like, here is seated easy twist. And whenever you're ready to start, you can go ahead and hit OK here. So let's go back. And if you want to improve your flexibility, there's this one. So that's pretty cool that you have animated screen workouts. Another thing that you can keep track of is your hydration. Also respiration. It lets you know how well you're breathing throughout the day and night. And as you already have noticed, you have the pulse ox sensor on the back, and it keeps track of your blood oxygen. The one thing that I saw that this watch has is also the wheelchair mode. So that's pretty cool that it keeps track of your daily pushes, plus the shift weight alerts, sport apps, and workouts. Another thing that's very useful is the meditation. That's probably for everyone. And you can pair your headphones, or you can play it with your watch speaker. You can go ahead and choose one. You have free sessions, and you have times. You can choose a time, theme, intention. So let's say you want to do this one. Let's go ahead and start.
Begin in a comfortable position and start to relax your mind. Ignore distractions. Focus your full Slowly inhale and exhale, allowing your breath to calm you for today's practice.
So let's discard that for now because we don't have a lot of time to do this. You get the idea of how the meditation can help you reduce stress throughout your day. You also have a mindful breathing jet lag advisor. It also has women's health tracking, depending on your menstrual cycle and pregnancy. The watch can keep track for you. Also stress tracking. So as you've seen now, it does have a built-in speaker and also a microphone just in case you want to take a phone call. I also like the morning report. Every morning it gives you an overview of your sleep, the recovery, the daily calendar, HRV status, and other things that you might want to look at. And also you can customize your morning report, or perhaps you just don't want to see it. That's an option too. The application is very useful. They work great together, watch and your phone, because like here, it gives you safety features where you can go ahead and if something happens while you're doing an activity, it will send information to one of your contacts with your specific location. So let's hit not now and maybe remind me tomorrow. Today I went for a swim, 400 meters, plus worked out a couple of times and went out for a run. It gives you also the body battery, stress, intensity in minutes, number of steps, floors climbed, calories in and out, sleep coach, sleep score, and more. This was yesterday. I did yoga and a run. So let's go back here. So let's say I did strength training, and it gives you the muscles that I worked out throughout that workout. And swimming, it gives you information about the activity and the running. It even gives you a map of where I ran and the pace, the time, all that information is there. And if you have challenges, you can do that. You can set a challenge or join a challenge. You have a calendar, news feed, and more. So there's plenty of information to have on the Garmin watch and the Garmin application, and it's very useful. I'm enjoying the Venu 3 for everything that it does, and it keeps track of all my activities, plus it gives me the information I need from my phone. Next month I'm going to the Grand Canyon, so I'm going to keep track of my hiking with my Venu 3, and perhaps when the Fenix watch comes out, I'm going to get that because it's bigger than the Venu 3. And it has other features that I like. For now, I hope this video helps in any way. Thank you for watching and enjoy.